Good morning, guys. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm at a Tesla supercharging station. If you're confused, yesterday I took delivery of my Model S Plaid and I couldn't be more excited. It happens to be my dad's birthday this weekend, so I'm headed from Los Angeles all the way up to San Francisco, which happens to be a perfect opportunity to check out what it's like long distance traveling in a Tesla. I'm not gonna lie, I have always wondered what it'd be like to cross the entire country in an electric car. Right now, I'm fully charged with 345 miles of range. If you get the smaller wheels, you actually get 396 miles of range, but then you can't go 200 miles an hour. So SF is 321 miles away. Technically, if I drove like a grandma, I could probably make it all the way there.
Don't do that!
But what's the fun in that? It's a Plaid after all. Tesla's made it super easy to figure out when you need to charge, and it plots your route based on charging. So in order to make it to San Francisco, it's having a stop in Greenfield for only 20 minutes. Tell me the GV80 doesn't look like a mini Bentayga, especially with those side vents. Oh! How's this for a G-Wagon spec? Tesla superchargers have become incredibly efficient. The Tesla Model S Plaid can charge 200 miles of range in just 15 minutes. If you think about a normal gas stop, it's probably about a 10-minute experience, so it really isn't that much slower anymore than filling up with gas. Now, after you get to 80% charge, that last 20% does take a lot longer. That's just how charging batteries works. But if you're just charging up to 80%, this thing absolutely rips. Now, because this is an incredibly popular route, I am curious if there's gonna be a long line at the Tesla supercharging station. I'm also curious how much it's gonna cost to just charge for 20 minutes. All that coming soon. Autopilot is such a nice feature for long drives on the highway. All I have to do to activate it, click this button one time, and I'm good to go. I have to say, there is something so awesome about partial self-driving on the freeway and on the road. Once I got rid of the E63 and the S-Class, I missed both of those cars. Not owning any car that had partial self-driving was kind of a bummer. Those cars had Distronic Plus, which is Mercedes' version of Tesla's Autopilot, but it's so nice, particularly for vlogging, just being able to cruise along the highway knowing your car is gonna do all the work. Santa Claus Lane? Ho, ho, ho. How ridiculous is this? The Tesla Autopilot is now showing a sleigh with reindeer for the other cars. Only freaking Tesla. But before we continue, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Native. Native makes the best deodorant I've ever used. They have a plastic-free deodorant that has the same formula as their normal deodorant, which is amazing, and it smells awesome. My favorite is the coconut and vanilla, but they have a wide range of scents to choose from, and there's new scents coming out all the time. Native is a proud partner of 1% for the Planet, and they donate 1% of all plastic-free deodorant sales to environmental nonprofits. It's not sticky, it dries super quickly, and even after a full day, including working out, it lasts. Native deodorants are also aluminum-free as well as vegan and cruelty-free. Make sure to check out Native's new limited edition coffee house collection for fall. Normally, 3 plastic-free deodorants would be $39, but using my link in the description as well as my code, you can get these for $29. That's 25% off. All right, on to the video. Fellow brethren. Tesla owners need a sign to communicate when they see each other on the road like Jeep owners. Maybe like for Elon. I regret opening my mouth. The most impressive performance aspect of the Model S Plaid to me is not at 0 to 60. It's actually after 60 miles an hour. It used to be that electric cars would pretty much fall flat on their face above 60 miles an hour, but thankfully Tesla, with its third motor as well as the carbon fiber sleeves on the rotors, is able to provide performance after 60 miles an hour that is truly unmatched. The Plaid honestly feels like it pulls more G's above 60 miles an hour than it does at launch. Because the car has full traction once it's going at freeway speeds, that initial hit is unfreaking believable. Got a straightaway right here, going 55. All right, I've got 258 miles of range, and I've got 176 miles to the supercharging station. Let's see if it makes it in Plaid mode. Look at that, I'm on a canyon road right now, and the car is steering itself around these sharp corners. That is unbelievable. There goes my phone. How's this for a straightaway? This acceleration does not get old. Uh-oh, stay below 70 to reach destination. Hope I make it. Calkins, nice. Damn, first you're cocking, now you're foxing? What? It keeps saying to slow down in order to make it to the charging station, but I'm gonna completely ignore that and see what happens. The point of this car is not to go slow, Tesla. Damn, I actually don't think I'm gonna make it to the charging spot unless I slow down like it recommends. The annoying part is it says go below 65 miles an hour, but on this freeway, the speed limit's 65 and everyone around me is going 80. So if I was going 60, it'd almost be a hazard. I put the car in chill mode. Hopefully that gives me a little bit extra range because of the reduced throttle response. I have to say, look at how glary the screens are and how many fingerprints there are. That's kind of annoying. See, I thought maybe if you had normal anxiety, you wouldn't get range anxiety, but it turns out that's really not how science works. Stay below 60? What are you talking about? I swear I'm gonna get like 10 miles away from the charger and it's gonna say I have to go under 3 miles an hour to make it. Check out the chill mode acceleration. This is full throttle. Nothing. It wants us to stop at another supercharger because it doesn't think we'll make it, but I think we're gonna live life on the edge. Oh God. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Oh man. Damn, this guy's passenger is having a rough time. Oh my God, I have 2 miles of range left and it's 5 miles to the charging station. Oh boy. Oh my God, I'm at 0 miles and I'm on the frickin' freeway. Oh no. All right, well, this has turned into a complete disaster. I'm in the middle of the freeway. My exit's not for 3.3 miles and I have 0 miles of range. Pray for me. This is like kind of funny at first and now it's just not funny whatsoever. Oh my God, we made it. And with so many miles left over, not. Man, good thing that was such a stress-free experience. Jokes aside, thankfully I made it. I did some research and it turns out that the Tesla Model S actually has one of the longest ranges after it runs out of battery. So you get about 25 miles of range. I wouldn't test this out after the thing says 0. Thankfully we made it. Oh man. Listen to how loud this supercharger is. Now, one thing I didn't know until I actually owned the Tesla was the fact that supercharging is twice as expensive between 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. as it is not during those hours. Of course, the majority of the time you're caught needing to charge during those peak hours, but if you can avoid it, it's best at nighttime or early in the morning. Now, when you plug in your Tesla, up on the right screen pops up a charging menu. By default, it's set to have a limiter at 80%. It charges quickest to 80%. That's to make sure the charging stations aren't full at all times. Check this out, they're almost all empty. But I like that you can adjust it. This gives you 100% capability, and you can drop it all the way down to 50 if you want. I've been here for 5 minutes, and we're already at 100 miles of range. Just grabbed a quick bite to eat. Here's what we're at after 25 minutes total supercharging. It went from 0 to 258 miles, and it's cost $29.15 so far. Now, while that's less than half of what it would cost to fill up a performance car with gas, it actually is a lot more expensive than I was expecting. The real money saving comes when you're after 7 p.m., before 10 a.m., or really when you're charging from home. Oh, for f***'s sakes. On the road again. All jokes aside, you absolutely can road trip your Tesla across the state or across the country. Had I not been driving so spiritedly, I'll put it that way, I would have made it to that charging station no problem whatsoever. And if I had just paid attention to what the Tesla said, obviously that was the correct thing to do, is pull over to another charging station, but I just wanted to push it as far as I could. And look, it turns out that it's got a little bit more range than I thought. Charging aside, the Model S Plaid is actually an awesome road trip vehicle. We've got tons of space in the back. There's tons of legroom and headroom for rear seat occupants. And honestly, while these seats aren't the most supportive for a sports car in the canyons, they do work very, very well over long distances in terms of comfort. I don't have any back issues whatsoever right now, and normally my back would be killing me. There is a little bit more wind noise in the cabin than something like a Mercedes S-Class or maybe a BMW M5, but it's also kind of hard to tell because there's no engine noise whatsoever. Just passing Monterey. I miss you, Car Week. Well, guys, it's getting dark, so I figured this would be a perfect place to end the vlog. I've got some awesome content planned while I'm up in Northern California, so if you're not subscribed already, smash that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on, and as always, I look forward to seeing you next video. Look at this! This is epic!